So is anyone here?
So yeah, we're gonna get into the introductions later on, so you could situate yourselves and talk about what has took place. But for now, we have a necromancer to fight. So let me just put all the new avatars in the dungeon. And Jermaine. Oh, that's Jermaine already. Selma. Alright. So I'm gonna add. Where is Tarkin? Of course, Tarkin will try to help, but given the Royal Guard knight that he is, he would find it hard to strike down his own, priest. Technically, Father Belfast was a close friend to him, so he will try to help, but he will be the voice of reason for this, right, Maramaros?
Voice of reason? I mean, you're a royal guard. You're supposed to protect
Yes, but he is.
the city.
But he's still.
But you're going to get too emotional on the, maybe you're not supposed to be a guard after.
Well, yeah, but he technically baptized him when he was a kid, and he was a great. He was a kind, loving father figure to him. But that will be all unraveled later on. So just a pretense, Tarkin will join the party, but he will try to help, but not much. Okay, so he will carry on with him, our new members of the party. All right, are you guys ready?
Real.
Yeah.
All right.
Keep.
So it's a quick recap. As you guys recovered from your first encounter with the dragon, that was
The worm.
Lord Folsteim, who fled the city. You were welcomed and commissioned by Lady Solenia herself to be heralds of the city of Folsteim. You gain a status and recognition throughout the entire city. And with this a bit of celebration, Tarkin had troubling news that there was undead rising from the local abbey and the subsequent catacombs. He again asked for your help, and you obliged and helped the poor fellow captain, who is already at his wits' end, trying to figure out how to deal with this dilemma. He already lost a lot of his men in this endeavor, and with little to no resources, he tried to ask for a favor again from the main group party. Sent, and you met one of the owner of the districts. What was his name? Hold up. It's right here. Doloran Silverleaf. Met Doloran Silverleaf. So he is the head family of one of the major districts of Folsteim. So they are the economic power, one of the economic powers that holds Folsteim together. And since that it is his district, he asked for your help along with Tarkin to help deal with this undead problem in his own district. Touty but commendable, hardworking but a bit brash. He persuaded you guys to go ahead and solve the problem. You went down, and through the undead rising through the catacombs, you fought your way until you find yourself in a dead end, and where you found a puzzle where it took you some time to solve. You trigger some traps of gut arrows flew at you for quite some time. But you managed to crack the hidden code, and you managed to find the hidden stairwell behind it, and you traverse, finding more elaborate and grandiose catacomb. It's a stark difference from the labyrinth apartment type, coffins stacked together from the upper level. You see royal busts with intricate engravings on the walls, and you see a lot of paperworks, stacks in shelves. You see a lot of rooms in this catacombs. In this, you fought again skeletons and undead, and then you met Father Belfast. He appeared to be tired and distraught, but upon the realization that he is okay and there's this stifling madness about him, you reared your guard up, and Ramros strike his hand down right to the bone. But as it flopped to the ground, he revealed himself as the necromancer, pulling his hand together in a necrotic energy, binding it, healing it, and he senses undead upon clearing the first wave. You cornered him to the far end of the catacombs, where you see a great gold mausoleum of dragon and entomb, with intricate carvings and a motif of a story that was the first Folsteim. It was indeed the great Folstein's grave. And as he addressed the party, you see two skeletons lying on top of it. He raised his hand and conjured a skeletal golem, ready to smite down the party from behind. And as this happens, you hear clattering armor, hurried breaths, and footsteps. You notice from behind Tarkin coming in to the party. And as he looked back at all of this unsurmountable horrors in front of him, he saw what has took place. On the far reach of his sight, he saw Father Belfast with sunken cheeks and swollen eyes. He couldn't recognize the priest that he loved as a child, a priest that helped him overcome a lot of his troublesome youth. He wails, "Father Belfast, what has happened to you?" And as the party heard and saw the oncoming reinforcement, Belfast answered, "Good. You all come here. You will all be food for me. With this, my army will rise, and I will claim what has once been taken from me. None of you will stop me. Not even you, Tarkin." And with this, everyone roll initiative.
Yay.
So this is the second battle, so we're gonna ditch the first initiative. So for those who can't roll, I'm just gonna. Oh, okay. Hold up. So I'm gonna add you all of your turns.
12 baby.
Add turn.
It's actually 18. But I guess I have a +2, so.
Okay, so I'll just put it manually, so it'll be easier. So Ramros got. Ooh, that's nice. Ramros got 19.
Yes, that's our little psychopath.
Yeah.
Brilliance got 8. Okay, that's a big go. Also got 8. So for this, we're just gonna for turns for initiative that is equal. Those actions will happen instantaneously, simultaneously. So both of them will act at the same time.
Oh, that's nice.
That's how I'm used to call it.
Wow. So does that mean I'm gonna die first?
Not necessarily. So 13. So Zante. Where is Zante? So that is plus 3. So that is a total of 16 for Zante. So you gotta add your dexterity for initiative. Ooh, 20. Is that natural?
I'm plus 3 for things.
Soma is 11. Okay, Soma got his stuff. So Soma is 11. Okay, so I guess we have the main players. I'm just gonna add initiative on over. Oh yeah, Azariel too.
Mine's 5.
Look,
Okay, so Azariel also gets initiative. Okay, so Jermaine, what did you roll?
5.
5.
Okay.
yeah.
Basically just gonna watch them die.
Is that with your
Please
initiative
don't.
plus 3? Okay.
Because that means another, minions for the necromancer.
Yeah.
So please don't die.
Okay. So Azariel got natural 20. Your human crossbow turret is gonna wheel and everything. Alright.
And she's in a trance.
So again, this will be a tough battle, and I'm gonna go all out. But it's gonna be fair, and it's gonna give you enough challenge, okay? So for Azariel,
Oh, don't forget to heal when someone's dying. My God, ilang beses na tayong halos mamatay.
May isa pa ako ni...
May healer na?
Ako, dalawa kami.
so for the new, okay, it's gonna be since we have newcomers, I'm gonna be more lenient to them, but for the main party, it's gonna because
For the main party, you're probably gonna die.
not necessarily, but yeah, it's gonna be challenging. So Azariel's turn, he's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, move herself away from positioning, and she will attack Father Belfast with her crossbow. Which is a 10, which does not hit. She, with her still trance state, she walks towards one of the shelves, trying to find some cover. And as she does, she fires her crossbow towards Belfast to aim to lock out a killing shot, but it missed horribly. So that ends her turn. Skaha, you're up.
Now,
So
I'm gonna use...
sorry.
Okay.
So as someone else is doing their turn, you could plan out your strategy as they're doing their actions. Okay. So back to you, Ska.
I'm going to use both my daggers.
Okay.
Bitch.
That's a 7.
Okay, so wait, I'm going to say another one. Because I have 15. I got 15.
Huh?
There we go. So that's like dual music, right?
Yeah, you have a bonus action for an attack. Yes, 1 hex is No. Hex is 50. No, it's far. Let me check. Xanthan. Your hex. You could check the distance of your spells, which is not here. How come you don't have spells? Are you a? That's a rogue.
Rogue.
Yeah. Yeah. Hex is. I think is.
Hex is the.
Yeah, it's a
tile.
skill. Yeah.
Is it
No,
a
I'm asking. Yeah, the tile.
Yeah. Oh yeah. One. Yeah. One.
hexagon?
Yeah. One hexagon is 5 feet.
Okay.
So yeah, Skaha, what are you gonna do after
Yeah.
your first attack miss?
I used the other one.
Okay.
Wait, it didn't register ba? I got a 19
You're gonna roll another attack.
I did. It was 15 plus 4.
Okay.
So it's 19.
Okay. So your second one hits. So as you try to hurriedly kill your opponent, the immediate threat in front of you, you lunge with your main hand dagger, but it chipped off just the brim of his armor, and it glances off your strike. And you strike down the second dagger right on the side. It clipped him, and it deals. That is 4 plus. We don't have sneak attack because he's not currently engaged in someone. That is 4. What's the damage on that?
No, what?
The damage on your second attack without the modifiers, just the flat roll. Because it's a bonus.
I don't know, dude. Without the bonus, it's 15 plus 4, right?
Yeah, that's the hit. The damage is.
How would I know?
It's part of the roll. Because
Can I do it again?
yeah, just roll it again. Let's just say it hits.
See, and then it's bullshit now. Because I have like
No. The second one hits with 3 damage. So you nicked him on the side of his armor, and you see a streak of blood gushes out. But you see him not phase at all. Just scoffing at your efforts. And you have to move closer to him. So you have to be right about here.
where?
5 feet close to him. So you have to move forward. In melee range, yeah. There you go. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Alright. Mamros, you're up. Here we go. So you swung with your great axe, and it cleaves. It wedges itself in the gold-plated platform of the sarcophagus, but you missed Father Belfast completely. He is lanky, but even if his stature looks frail, he has this unnatural reaction to him. It doesn't seem to be like there's an after image when he moves. So it's kind of like that. You completely missed him with that attack. Is that the end of your turn? Ramros? I think you're muted.
Yeah, it's the end of my turn.
Okay.
I'll get it next time.
Zante, you're up.
Do the crutch again.
Yeah, that works most of the time.
The crotch attack. The crotch buster.
Hello? Buhay pa ba tong skeleton?
Yeah. It's a
Pretty
huge
much.
ass skeleton golem.
Was just someone.
Okay.
Okay, I'll move here.
Okay.
Then, attack.
So click the item, the icon of your attack on your character sheet, and it would roll That okay.
What?
Okay, there goes. Where is the attack roll? Hold on.
6. So I think
Oh,
it is.
yeah, it completely missed. So you see the wild nature of Tarkin. What Tarkin brought you, and you just launch in with ferocity. As you swipe with your dagger, it kind of got stuck between the ribs of this golem, and the golem slowly turns towards you with its bone creaking and clanking. It doesn't seem to be affected at all. The strike completely glances off with so much bone density it has. Is that the end of your turn?
Bonus attack pa for
Yeah, you could.
offhand.
If you're dual wielding, yeah.
Another beast.
You got pissed with how unaffected the golem was with your attack. So you strike again with your short sword, but again it got stuck between the ribs. So yeah, we have two blades like unaffected, and the skeleton golem just tilts its head towards you sideways, mocking you seemingly for your efforts. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
At this point, you don't know where the weak points is, so it's gonna take a while for you to see where to rightly hit the golem. So at this point, you're striking at the most strong part of its animated form. So now it's the golem's turn.
Oh shit.
He looks at Sante.
Malayo kayo. Ako yung malapit.
He looks at Sante and noticing the strikes you've done to him, he swipes you with his left claw, wreaking havoc. And you hear the whipping of the air as his huge hands cleave through the space between you. So he will use a great claw attack on you. That's a 12. Does 12 hits?
Oh, AJ is here!
I think the beast.
Jasmine!
AC 14.
Yay! Hello! Sorry.
Okay.
So, does 12 hit, Sante?
Nope. AC 14.
Nice.
Wow.
So, as you swipe down your area, you manage to duck right at the moment it was about to hit you, and you see the floor behind you got scraped off by this huge claw, and you feel the intense force of the strike. But you were fast enough and to react against the attack, and it completely misses. Is that the end of your turn? Oh, that's the end of the turn of the golem, sorry. Soma, you're up.
Alright, so I'm gonna move right. Hold on. How do I move my token?
Just drag it from
Right.
tile.
So I'll try to move 1, 2, 3, 4 around here,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna hit him with.
Battle axe. So is it you're wielding it single-handedly or with two hands?
Single-handedly.
Okay.
I have my shield on my other hand.
Okay. You swung with your your battle axe right at the forearm where he used as to strike Zante, but it glances off. You kind of hit a mixture of femur combined to form the ulna and radius. So it's not your typical bone structure. It's amalgamation of different bones, and it is harder to hit and a bit flexible weirdly. So it doesn't break, like it doesn't shatter. So it glances off your hand axe attack and didn't affect it. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my end of the turn.
Bingo, you're up.
Moving somewhere here for flanking.
Okay. So Jasmine, Azariel, you're on the first turn. Oh, she's gone. I thought she was gonna play. Okay, bingo. Am I here? Guys? Can you hear me? Oh, am I still here? Hello? I'm here, right? What happened? Hello? 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 Let me refresh. Am I here now? Guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of freaked out. It's probably the roll 20 net. It's having a hard time probably with all of us here. So, all right. Again, bingo. What's your move?
I just moved somewhere here just to flank the skeleton.
Okay.
Okay, and I attack with my battle axe, two-handed.
Okay. Roll the attack. So if you want to get advantage on your attack, you have to go behind it. So one in the front and one behind the target. So if you want to have advantage, I would suggest you go here. That's where you get advantage on your roll. So you roll two dice, two hit dice, and the higher will be your roll. So it has a better chance of hitting. So that's the advantage it
Okay.
gets. Yeah. So that's flanking. Hello,
Okay.
Azariel.
Hello. Can you
So
hear me?
attacking with hitting with my battle axe.
Okay. Ooh. Is that with advantage? Or are you gonna move later?
I'm gonna move later.
Okay. So you swung again with your battle axe, but at the moment it hits, it got stuck between the cracks of the bones. It got ripped, but there's enough material there that it's not going through at all. It just absorbs the force of the impact, and the sharp edge of the knife of the axe doesn't really help with how much like bone material there is. So it's kind of absorb a lot of the momentum of the strike, and it doesn't shatter or cut through the side of the golem. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep, end of turn.
Okay. Brilliant, you're up.
Okay. I go. Okay. I use inflict wounds.
Okay. It's a saving. Oh no. It's a saving throw. Is that correct?
Oh.
Oh, it's a hit, right? It's a hit spell.
Yep.
Okay, so 7.
Oh no.
I think it's a necromantic spell, right? I
Yeah.
believe, yeah. So you cast inflict wounds on the huge golem of bones and skull, and as the necrotic energy shoots out of your fingers, it hits the rear rib cage of it. But you see it dissipates around, it absorbs it, and nothing. There's no effect on the skeleton. There's not enough impact or necromantic energy that could dissipate what created it in the first place. Is that the end of
So
your turn?
as a bonus action, I use my spiritual weapon.
Oh yeah, it's still summoned. Okay,
Yeah,
so it's with you.
yeah.
So 12. Almost. So you have
Nice.
this glowing morning star with this radiant light, and you
Yeah.
smite down from the collarbone of this golem. But you see the bone cracks and creaks, but again, there's so much bone stuck in it that it doesn't seem to affect little bits of fragment being taken off from its general structure. So it's intact and not stifled at all with this flurry of attacks. Is that
Yo,
your turn?
uh, I'll move here.
Okay. So
Okay.
it's not facing you, so it's not gonna get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
It's currently engaging Sante.
Okay. Mm, yeah, that's my turn.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so now it's the Necromancer's turn. Clench your buttholes. Where is that guy? Okay, there you go. Belfast. Okay, so seeing how he's now outnumbered, he grins with a wry smile with it on his face, cackling almost. Fools, number is never an issue with me. And he raised both of his hands and crushed down the walls and the part of the catacombs that maintains a lot of the undead. And he cast Army of Darkness surrounding you. So he summons 4 plus spellcasting modifier. Summons an undead. So it only could summon could summon skeleton warriors and skeleton archers. That's right here. So that's 1/2. Hold on a bit. So the summons 1, 2, then 3, 4. Alright.
Okay.
So as he tear down the sides of this catacomb, you hear popping of coffins, and you see warriors of ancient lore and the history of Folsteim suddenly arose with their skeletal figure, and some of the armors are still intact. You see 2 skeleton warriors and 2 skeleton archers emerge from the dark, and now engaging the party that has come to reinforce the first party. So let me add turns for this one. That's right, initiative. Okay, so we have those now. And then he mockingly jest, "You will all soon see what I am trying to do here." And that ends his turn. Next one. Jermaine, you're up.
Hey, I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark on Necro guy.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, let me check up real quick. That is a huge spell. Hunter's Mark. Okay, so cast a spell slot. Oh, it's a bonus action. Oh, okay. So the creature affected with Hunter's Marks gains you gain a bonus damage against it once you hit it with a, a weapon attack. So those are your options. So you get 6 bonus damage if you attack it on your turn. So this is a bonus action. So you still have an action to attack or and movement. So what's your movement? Oh, what's your decision?
I'm just gonna stay here.
You're not gonna attack him.
No, I'm not gonna move, but I'm gonna attack him.
Okay.
Using my longbows.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
just make sure the range is would suffice.
And I miss.
Okay, that's it. Okay. Oh, 12.
oh.
That does not hit. You see, Father Belfast is wearing a robe, but on top of it, there's like dark armor that is made of metal, but it's intricate form, and there's a rib cage, like moldings around it. So he's not just wearing a light armor; he's wearing one of what seems to be undead cuirass. And as you shot your longbow, after making your mark, you aim with your eye, and as you release, you see the arrow hitting the mark, but the armor, you hit it at the point of the armor where it kind of flares off, and you see the arrow split into 2, rendering it useless and making the Father Belfast unaffected. Is that any of sir? Oh, where's our music? Music stop. Boss battle. Alright, you ended your turn, right?
Think so.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
So it's Starkin's turn. Distraught with how the events is happening and unfolding in front of him, he strikes at the most heinous creature that he could find in front of him and attacks it with his great sword. God damn, 11. This golem is tough. I mean, okay, as a tip, his armor class is 13. No one has hit 13 yet. So he hit him with his great sword, but again, it glances off with just the bone material that is made from this golem. That ends his turn. It's Azariel's turn. Do you want to roll Azariel?
Yep, sure.
Nice.
Here,
Okay.
so I've been reading my spells here.
Okay.
Can I try lesser restoration?
Yeah.
So that it will cause paralysis to the necromancer.
Ooh, okay. Okay.
Wait.
So you have to go next to him.
Yeah, you have to go
Okay.
near.
It's a touch.
Here. Hello. And then I'll roll again.
Okay.
There.
Lesser restoration. So, okay, with lesser restoration, you end the condition. So if someone is poisoned, paralyzed, deaf, and blinded, or poisoned,
Oh.
so it kind of cures them of the debuff. So you could decide something else.
Ouch. Bakit wala akong pag...
So if they're dead, they can
Yeah,
not be dead.
Underarm strike na lang.
okay. Wow.
Oh no.
She
Doing
punched.
all.
When
She
she's answered out of that necromancer.
Azariel run towards the golem and like Superman punch him right in the rib cage. The golem flinched, but there's not enough damage. It's like 0. There's literally no damage. But it hit. You could see the creature's center of balance shifted for a bit, but then it shifted back, so no damage at all. But you did manage to land it. But
It's
And the other
alright.
three of us were like, is she finally awake?
yeah, you see her face suddenly lights up from the trance, like something in her clicked, and she's she's more of the Azariel you've been adventuring with for the past few days. Is that the end of your turn, Azariel?
Yep, end of turn.
Okay. Ska,
Thank you.
you're up.
Okay, my turn. I will use my dagger again.
Okay.
Oh no, actually I'm gonna use my shopping grass since I'm here.
Yeah, you could. Father Belfast is wearing metal, so you get advantage with
Right.
that. Yeah.
I know, but I have like shitty rolls.
So roll another d20 for me on your left panel, so you could get the advantage.
Oh, no, wait, wrong, wait. I'm sorry.
It's cool.
It's here. No, this one.
A 2?
No!
Okay. That is a rolling d20. That's a
Oh, was it?
2. Yeah. So it's either an 8 or a 2, so 8. Yeah, you have some shitty rolls.
I know.
Yeah, actually,
Probably the alcohol. So.
you were drunk, like perusing the
I
characters.
know.
You launch towards Father Belfast, trying to bait him into letting you touch him, and with the shocking grabs, like crawling tendrils of electricity crawl out of your arm. But as you touch him, there's this magical barrier of green, pale green necrotic energy snuffing out the electricity right off your fingertips and doesn't affect him. Is that the end of your turn?
Can I use my dagger?
Yes, I'll allow it. You need all the help you can get.
No.
Ooh, nice. 22 hits. But again, it's just 3 damage.
Same damage instead.
Yeah, every bit helps. So you strike again, knowing where the chinks of his armor lies from your previous bonus attack with your offhand dagger. You strike again with him trying to deflect the shocking grasp and leaving himself open from that sneaky offhand dagger attack. So you manage to damage him 3 piercing damage. So that is a total of 6 now. Alright. You see him bleeding, but not profusely. He's still smiling, taking control of the situation. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
No.
And I think he has like
Oh.
blood fetish or something.
Yes, he does have a sneak attack damage because he's currently engaged with Maramros. That is correct, same thing. So that is total of 4 instead of 3. Alright. No, what is it, 7?
My sneak attack damage is 4.
Yes, sneak attack is
Oh,
additional
oh, yeah.
dice.
So the total is 7.
No, it's 7. So that is
7.
it's minus 3. Alright.
Piercing and then
So you do see him bleed profusely now, and you see him flinch from that sneak attack that you managed to pull off, since he was distracted by Mamros and currently engaging with him. So is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Alright. Ramros, you're up.
Okay, let's try this again.
You know what will happen? You will kill him immediately and everything else will fall apart. That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, that's a plan.
We get him.
Yeah, if you get him, all of the skeletons will.
Oh shit, it's 7. Oh shit. I rolled initiative instead.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
Forgive me, Father, for I will sin.
So that does hit.
Hit his crotch with my axe, man.
So
That's gonna hurt.
as you flinch from the dagger attack by Skaha, you manage to whack. You swung down, whack the shoulder plates of his cuirass, and you manage to cleave enough of the metal material that it reached his collarbone, and you see him writhing in pain from the sudden strike of your heavy axe, great axe. That deals him 13. Holy shit! 13 slash damage.
That's good.
That ends my turn.
That is your turn. Alright. Now it's the skeleton warrior's turn. Seeing how trouble the Father Belfast is having trouble, he rushes towards you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 40. Oh no, he's gonna be here. He approached behind you, and since you're currently dealing with Belfast,
Is this a skeleton warrior?
yeah, he gets advantage on the attack. He successfully flanked you.
Me?
Yeah, Skaha. So he will attack with his short sword. That is an 8.
No.
Okay. So he's
I do that drunk, like,
like a drunken master style.
yeah. You're
You
like,
rush towards Belfast, trying to aid him, and he swung wide, but you sense this clanking of footsteps of bones and armor and metal, and you reactively dodge the swipe of the sword, missing it completely.
yeah. And then I go, what do we say to death? Not today.
Alright, that ends its turn. Zante, you're up.
Okay, so the golem is engaging me, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can't disengage. So I'll just attack the golem.
Okay.
Two attacks.
Okay.
Hmm.
So both hits.
Nice.
So with your main hand, all the bonus, but with your offhand, it's without the dexterity modifier. So
Yep, wala pa. Yep.
okay. So so you managed to get the timing from the exchange you had earlier, and you managed to peer through this mosaic of bones and skeleton. You managed to peer through some weak points where you could strike, and you pinpoint them and strike them with both of your daggers, and you managed to hit both, dealing a total of 16 damage to the golem. You see, as you strike this, connecting bones and ligaments, kind of buckles in his stance, and you see it getting off balance a bit. You see a bit of bone falling down and it crushes down on the floor, but it's still well maintained. It's still being well held together. But you manage to do a hefty amount of damage to it. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right. It's now the skeleton golem's turn. Right. Not being able to feel pain, but he feels this primal urge to follow his master's bidding. He swipes down again, and he swoops down, and then with the tusk protruding out of his shoulders, he tries to shoulder bash you and gore you with an attack. So he uses gore against you. That's a 10 to hit. Does that hit? Zante?
Oh wait, AC 14.
Okay, doesn't hit.
Relative.
So it tried to shoulder bash you, but you were too keen and you kind of glides away from this huge bulking mass of bones and horns. You kind of jump on the air and pushed your whole body weight and glides across the air like it was nothing. You managed to evade the entirety of that attack. That ends its turn. It's now the skeleton archer's turn.
No.
It will aim at... Oh, it will move again. 4, 5, 6, 7. Here? Oh, that's the water. And it will aim at Maramros with its longbow.
Why? How far does that go?
That is... A longbow is... it has technically almost the same range as a short bow, but it deals more damage.
It's 150 or 600.
Yeah. So it's chunky boy. You fought skeleton archer earlier. You had troubles with it. So that's 23 to hit. Maramros.
That hits. I have 16 now. How much damage did it do?
Let's say no. Okay. Pierces you with this huge longbow. You see the arms clanking and shaking from the sheer weight of pulling at the arrow back. And as it swung, you hear the wind break as the arrow whiffed through the air. And you hear this loud banging sound as it pierces right through your armor and deals 37 piercing damage to you.
37.
Yep.
37!
Yep.
Oh my god, guys. My axe grows heavy. I have 1 HP.
You hear a loud ringing sound resonates in your head. You feel a sharp pain, and you see at your torso, you see the arrow poking out to the other side of your armor, through and through, and it's stuck. The mere fact that it's stuck in your armor prevents you from bleeding out. So you may consider yourself lucky or cursed at this point. That ends the skeleton archer's turn. Yep.
Tamponize your wound.
Yep. Skeleton archers are a bitch. You need to either take. That's like the cusp. So strategy-wise, you want to focus on the main guy, but you have to focus on the damage-dealing guys, which is the skeleton archers. The golem and the warriors are just meat shields.
Do you want a ration?
Eat the meatloaf. It will heal up. It will go right through you.
Do you want a ration? Very weird adventure game. Like, are you sure you don't want a potion? No, I'm good.
So that ends the archer's turn. It's kind of annoying. He will approach Zante and try to strike him from behind, gaining advantage. Short bow with his short sword. That is 8 to attack. Is that hit?
Miss.
No. Okay. So try to sneak out a cheap shot of a sword slice, but you're too keen. Your senses are too sharp at this point from the adrenaline, and you hear him approach, and you kind of foresaw the movement as you were weaving through, and this attack completely misses you. That ends its turn. Now it's the other skeleton archer's turn. And you'll try and scuffle around right here. And it will attack Soma with his longbow. That's a 7. Does that hit?
AC 19.
Oh, it doesn't hit. So he shot again. You see,
Really nice AC.
the longbow that these archers carry is thick, and they could barely carry the weight of the bow, let alone pull it back. But as the archer releases the arrow, it kind of stifles back, and from the recoil of the blast, it kind of misses the mark, trying to hit Soma. That ends his turn. Soma, you're up.
Alright, so I'm gonna move. Where's the front of the golem?
It's facing.
It's facing Xantha, right?
Yeah, Zante.
Alright, I'll move on right. Maybe around. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe around here, so I can still reach the skeleton archer. Is the far guy behind Jermaine, right?
Yeah, this one.
Alright, so I'm gonna place myself here, and then for my action, I'm just gonna hit again the golem with my battle axe.
Okay.
Hold on.
But nice.
Oh, great. Cool.
Nice! Holy shit! Okay, so homebrew rule for crits, since you're gonna roll 2.
I'm glad you guys are here, or else
Yeah.
we're probably dead.
So for crits, since you're gonna roll 2 damage die, the first die will always be full, like max. So if it's 1d10, it's always 10, and you just roll the other die for additional damage. So that's the crit. So you always get higher than the normal roll. So,
Alright, so
that's 5 plus crit is 8, so 10. So one-handed axe. Let me check. What's your attack roll? Plus 1d8 plus 2. So 1d8 plus 2, that's 10. So 10 plus 10 plus 10. That's 20. No, 24. That's a lot. So you kind of leapt through the air. Even in your dwarven form, you're quite nimble and stout. And with the weight of your body, you smite down from the collarbone down to the ribs this giant golem. And as you're riding down the hook part of your axe, you're cleaving through the layers of bones that is made up of this golem, and you cleave through it, and you see bones falling down as you render its structure. You deal 24 damage to it. At this point, the golem, it's like half of his rib cage, the contents, the bone contents of it just flowed like flowing sand, bone materials out into the ground as you cleave through with your axe. Is that any question?
I'm gonna use my bonus action channel divinity, champion challenge.
Okay.
So I'm gonna use it on the archer, the far archer, and the ones behind Zante.
Okay.
So how do I trigger this? Sorry.
Spots, right?
Here.
Command, is that what you're doing?
This one, the champion challenge, the channel divinity. As bonus action. So
channel divinity.
Yep. I'm gonna use it with the golem and then the archer behind Zante and the archer way behind Jeremy.
Okay, so on your character sheet, right? You could click
you're
on
like controlling them, is that right?
Yeah, that it is. Yeah, it is okay, so I'll have to first make a saving throw for these guys.
Yep.
So that's a wisdom, right?
Yep. So DC 12. DC 12.
So the first one is 6, fails. That is the skeleton archer. Both of them fails. So they are stuck in place. They can't move.
That will be the end of my turn.
Okay.
So, quick question: both archers are aiming at me, right? And then the golem. Is that correct?
No. The first archer is right here. It's aiming at Skaha and Maramros. This
I know,
is...
yeah, that skeleton and the other one behind.
Yeah, this one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that one is right here, aiming at Xanthus party. And this one is aiming at Sandspring. So, does that clear it up? The other skeleton is right over here. So there's only one archer on this side.
Got it.
Okay. This one is a warrior. This is a skeleton warrior.
Alright, cool. Sorry. I can't see the image.
You could zoom in. So
Yeah.
yeah. But it would help. Actually, I could just... I know. It's fine. Because I should show you the nameplates, but it would kind of spoil some things, so I tend not to. So, unless
Yep,
you know...
I think this is fine. I'm just gonna zoom.
Yeah,
no
it's
worries. Thank you.
Alright, that's that end of turn?
Yeah, that will be the end of my turn.
Okay. Brilliant, you're up.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. And heal Maramros.
Nice. Much needed.
I'm a ration.
We need the DPS.
My man.
So you rush towards Maramros, who you see almost trying to keep his feet on the ground and standing up. His battle axe. He's leaning onto his battle axe. It's bleeding profusely from the shot. You rush towards him, and a golden light emits from your body towards him, healing him 11 health points.
Yes.
Oh, bingo! Oh shit! Sorry. So, let's just resolve Brilliant's heal, and then we'll go back to you. Okay? I thought I already started the initiative. Okay, sorry about that. Oh yeah, same turn. Yeah, so it happens simultaneously. So yeah, Brilliance healed Maramras for 11 points of health. And
yeah, my spiritual weapon.
okay, so you hit what?
the golem.
Okay. So again, at this point, the morning star is still stuck on the collarbone of the golem.
Oh, there you go.
And as you order it to hit it again, it kind of drills out and churns the bone that it's stuck into, and then rise up and then hit it again at the same spot.
Yeah.
This time, it kind of leaves a gaping maw of bones and cut, materials of undead right on the neck of this golem. You can see a huge gape where the morning star is being plunged with the attack, and it deals 6 force damage.
And that's my turn.
All right. So, Bingo, you're up.
Yep. I'm gonna be moving
All right.
the back of the archer and attack the archer.
Okay.
Two-handed battle axe.
That hits. Barely hits. It's exactly the same armor class. So you stealthily manage to hide yourself from the shadow of one of the pillars, and you move and swerve around the battlefield. And you caught this skeleton archer on guard, trying to load up the next next arrow to his bow. And you leapt from the creeping shadows and strike down the leaping strike behind the skeleton archer. Your axe cleaved through the collarbone down to the opposite side of the ribcage, and it falls with such force it shatters the bone onto the ground, spattering it all over the catacomb. And it falls dead as you strike so.
Nice.
Is that the end of your turn?
End of turn.
Alright. It's now the necromancer's turn. His eyes now glowing bright pale green, his hands covered with necromantic energy. He points at Maramros with his hands like in a claw form and pulls him up as the ground beneath Maramros started to swirl and hands of undead rise up from where he stood, grasping and clawing him, dragging him down. He uses Father Belfast uses Foot in the Grave. So you must make a DC saving throw on your turn. So to break free from the grasp of the skeleton. After 7 turns, if you weren't able to break free, you will be pulled into the spirit realm.
Oh, shoot.
Spirit plane. So yeah, so DC 13. So it's a strength save, and you have much strength, so you'll find it easy. But you have to do it as a action on your turn.
Okay.
Okay, so pray for good rolls.
I am very unlucky.
Don't worry, everyone will get their turn. That ends its turn. Jermaine, you're up. Because okay, for role-playing purposes, if I pick like Brilliance and Skaha, they will not be able to break. It's kind of hard to break for them. So it has to be you for the testing purposes. Because this Necromancer is homebrew. So I tested it out with my own party. Like I made a few NPCs and tried to battle him out. And yeah, it doesn't take a lot of tries to break free from this spell. But if you have low strength, it will be hella difficult. So yeah, it has to be you for now. So that ends his turn. It's Jermaine's turn now.
So I'm gonna move right next to this archer.
Right.
I'm gonna swing my short swords at him.
Okay.
That's one. Yeah. That's one.
Oh,
Barely, almost hit. Almost hit. So you use two swords, right?
Yep.
Okay. So you try to attack with a crossing slash right in the middle, but the skeleton archer noticed your approach and was managed to step back from the crossing strike you did with the two of your swords. He barely misses, but you see there's it hit the edge of the sword, but it didn't cut through the bone, so he's still intact. But you almost hit him with that one blow. So that's that the end of the turn.
Yeah, that's the end of it.
Okay. It's now Tarkin's turn. Seeing how dreadful the event is, he kind of sunken into this blind rage, and it just keeps smashing on this giant golem of bones in front of him, and he attacks it with his great sword. That's 21 to hit. Damn, Tarkin.
Damn!
So you strike down one of the pelvis of the bone, and it kind of chops off like a huge chunk of it, making the golem really hard to move and balance itself. The strike deals 9 slashing damage against the golem. You see, at this point, the golem is struggling to hold its form together. It's almost falling apart, bones and chunk of flesh falling out of the ground, and he's losing control. Even though the necromantic power that holds it up is still strong, there's not enough structure to be animated. So that ends Tarkin's turn. Azariel, you're up.
Hello. Yep, I'm here.
Yay!
So, wait. That guy behind Carlin is a priest, right?
Yeah.
yeah. Me? Or
Yeah, I just remember I used to work with priests. So, can I talk to him?
You could. You could.
Okay.
Should
I
you
tell
want
him
to
to have it?
It's you and your son mess around.
It wouldn't hurt naman if we talk to him, diba?
yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the last creature you talked to? We don't know where he is now. Like after the landslide.
He's probably safe. Well, living his life with his
Kailangan mo
family.
paalala.
If you visited the cave, the Goblin Cave, you'll probably find him there.
With his kid, what's his name?
Anong ilalagay mo?
What are you gonna do first? What are you trying to say?
I wanna talk to the priest.
Father
So
Belfast.
I wanna be friends with him. Yeah, what is he doing here?
Okay, so
Chika lang.
I'll ask you to roll persuasion check.
Oh wait, he has a daughter, right?
Yeah,
He has
daughter and a wife.
daughter.
So it was a year
O diba? Baka
that they both died. It was a year before this took place that they both died.
ba't tayo?
17.
Ang ina mo.
So, so what are you gonna say? Oh, sorry. So I'm as
Nagiging part ng party natin yun.
as Azariel approaches Father Belfast, he noticed the insignia on your cloak. Fellow member of the church, I see. Oh. What have you installed?
Yes, church mate.
Church. I don't recall seeing you in my abbey.
Ibang branch.
Where did you hail from? Like, this is in the middle of battle, but I'll allow it, sure. So yeah, we got to be snappy with the response
Where did you
because
come from now? Where did you
Yeah.
hail from?
I came from the West Mountains. The priest kidnapped me. So I just want to ask if you know something about that incident.
the order of the cardinal sun fires engulf everything. Not even fellow churchmates and priests are safe.
Oh, okay.
I'm afraid
What are you doing?
we are not in the same league of them. Even though I am dealing with the undead, I will not league myself. I will not flock myself with them.
Yeah, too.
So we're friends now. Like, let's just chill.
Someone's like fighting on them, and then she just like casually approaches him and like, hey.
Rammer's about to be taken to the spirit realm. Almost got killed in one arrow.
I think we
So, for
this might save Marabro, so I'm trying my best.
Maramoros, Azariel is trying to talk to Father Belfast and try to befriend him in the middle of combat. That's what's happening.
Wow.
Can you still? Oh, yeah, there you go. So yeah, you managed to persuade him, but this, you're still fighting. If it's a nat 20, maybe
Oh no.
there's gonna be a different thing. But you rolled a 17.
He could have just like hugged him. And I would probably just like stop in the middle of it.
What? Well, up to you.
Oh yeah, if I hug him, I'll remind him of his daughter. I'll hug him later.
And then
Okay, I'll end my turn.
Okay.
Pala, wait.
Oh, was that Azariel? You end your turn, right?
Wait,
Okay.
can I still make a turn?
If you have a bonus
Sino
action,
ba wounded?
Maramro.
yeah, Maramra is still quite red.
I don't have
Yay.
bonus action. Okay.
4 HP.
you have 4.
I have 12
That's
HP.
12.
Hindi, I'll end my turn na lang.
Okay.
Can I throw rations at
Ska, you're up. Shishi's watching.
No!
Yeah.
Probably losing her head. I will still attack. I will use my
Okay.
shock attack.
Okay.
Come on!
I'm waiting for the roll.
25.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, that's 25. Is that natural 20? No.
18 plus 7.
So being distracted by sudden approach of Azariel, he wasn't able to pay much attention to both of you, Maramros and Skaha. Skaha managed to take the opportunity and lunge forward. Again, with your shocking tendrils crawling electricity from your hands, you touch the metal cuirass of Father Belfast, and you see him shriek in pain as you send lightning down his armor, and it amplifies the damage to him. He takes 7 damage from that. At this point, he is bloodied, but he is still standing up. Like he is still functioning as a necromancer.
Everywhere you're worried about his trust.
Is that the end of it, right?
Yeah, it's the end of my turn.
Okay. Ramros, you're up.
Okay, I've been. There's a spell on me, right?
Yeah. So for action, you need to break free with the spell DC of 13.
Oh,
So
I
13 or higher.
I can't do any other actions besides.
Yeah, until you break free. Or you could, let's say, that since it's only your feet and like torso being dragged, you could still move your arms around a bit.
Oh,
So
that's enough for me.
So you could attack, but with disadvantage, since you're being held down. But if you use your action, you can break free. So that's what I'm gonna call it. Give him a hug.
Let's play.
Can I use the potion of healing?
Give him a hug.
What was that, Ramros?
Can I use the potion of healing as an action?
Yes, you could.
Okay, I'll do that.
Jeremy said, Tox, you have an arrow poking out of you. Give him a hug.
The collateral damage.
Okay, how do I do this?
Click on the potion. Ramros.
It says 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, so it will automatically roll the HP for you. It's usually
Oh,
1d4, I think. There you go.
Great.
You got 7 health points.
That's beautiful.
Alright, just add it.
So how's your HP now?
19.
I think that's good enough.
So he drank his potion out of his bag and he's still struggling, and now you see him sunk a bit lower to the ground. Like part of his heel is being dragged into this portal appearing beneath him. And he decided to chug the potion down. That's how metal Maramros is. Fucking spirit realm, chug a potion.
You think I'd be so high in the ration? Chew on this bread while I'm thinking.
Alright,
That's fine.
okay. It's now the skeleton warrior's turn. It will attack Skaha at this point with its short sword. That's 18 to hit.
It does hit.
So it's swiped down from your back as you were busy attacking Father Belfast, and it does 3 slashing damage from behind him. It kind of cleaves to your leather armor, but it's enough damage that you felt it, but it's not too much. So that's 3 slashing damage. So when you're adding or subtracting damage, you could just use the minus sign and then the number and enter it, and it will automatically subtract it. So you don't have to do manual addition or subtraction. That ends the skeleton warrior's turn.
I'm gonna exercise my brain.
Okay. Zante. Actually, when we play, we had the phones for ease of computing. Zante, you're up.
Okay, can I move away from the golem without him attacking me?
At this point,
You're in
Because because what's this? Soma taunted me using the champion challenge.
yeah. Yeah, I'll allow it. Sure.
Okay, so I'll my movement is 35, so I can move here.
Isn't it? Turning. You only have 35 walk speed? Oh yeah, it's 35.
Yep.
Okay.
35.
Got it.
Okay, so I'll attack 2 times.
Okay. Oh, they're well fast.
Yep.
So the adjacent hexagon will be this one. At that point, you're not in melee range of them, so you need to
Okay, so
circle around it. It's fine.
So here?
Yeah.
Or okay, here.
Yeah, here is good. Yeah.
But okay, wait. I'll attack.
So click the damage.